Alright guys, if you have the same body style as this Toyota Tundra and you have an issue with your knock sensor coming up, this should help you take care of your issue. A lot of people don't know that the wires that they used underneath the intake manifold for the knock sensors were actually coated in some type of peanut oil, which helped the rats to eat. So even though I'm in Florida, there's still a very minor rat problem, which I have never seen, but I'm almost 100% positive that that is the culprit. I'm gonna pop the hood here and I'm gonna show you guys exactly why. Alright, so after popping the hood here, I'm gonna take off this nice engine cover. Now, on here you don't really notice anything too much. Doesn't look beat up or anything or messed with or mangled, but if you notice right here, to some that might look normal, but this is actually chewed up. There's no reason for this to be chewed up or deteriorating, especially the way that it is right there. So that for sure is definitely going to be some rat bites. Also guys, right there, look at that, that's rat droppings. Also look right there, just little signs that you can tell that a rodent has definitely been in your engine bay. So we're gonna get down there to the sensors underneath the intake manifold and we're gonna check it out right now. I have not done this one before, so I'm gonna unplug this sensor. I'm just winging it, guys. It should be pretty easy though. All right, so we unplug that one, unplug this one. Trying to hold and record at the same time is kind of an issue. But now I gotta grab some tools here to loosen these bolts up, take off this bad boy, a couple of vented hoses here and there, and yeah, we're gonna get this thing on and popping. Always twist when you're removing these, that way you don't have to really worry about cracking them or breaking them. You guys see me take off that one. This one kind of goes underneath, so most likely I will take it off from here. You see how I just twisted that and kind of wiggle it back and forth nice and easy. That way I don't break the plastic. So this hose can stay on there. I don't have to worry about that. And I don't believe this bolt will hold it down. I think this one does here. So let me go grab some tools and get started. All right, so it looks like these little bolts here on the intake are gonna be a 10 millimeter. So I'm gonna just take these off or just loosen them up actually, so that way I'll be able to remove this intake hose. Brevard County Ambulance. I hope everybody's all right. All right, I'm gonna pop this bad boy off. It's a little tight. It's really tight actually, guys. There we go. Pop it off this side. And what we'll do is we'll just leave this one to the side. I didn't even notice that it had this little small nipple on there. You gotta remember that when I put it back on. Now also, later on I'm gonna have to come back and do valve cover gaskets because this one is leaking like crazy. You guys can see it right there. Anywho, let's go ahead and finish removing this intake manifold. I can see another bolt right there. So that is a 12 millimeter, guys, if you are interested. And to remove these bolts that were on the intake, they were only a 10 millimeter. I'm trying to not take off. I don't want to take off what I don't need to, I should say. So look at that, that just comes right on out. And the rats were chewing on that, having a nice little barbecue. And let's see what we got here. Yeah, it looks like I shouldn't have to take off the fuel rails, which is good because, you know, fuel rails just some extra lines that you're gonna have to do. So anyway, 12. Let's see, this one should come off too, actually. Damn, that comes off. And yep, I can see it right there. So right back there, and the same as that corner how this one is, there's another 12. So I think there's gonna be 4 12s and probably something right here. These two probably hold on this line in the back. So 1, 2, 2, 3, and 4 in the back. Let's do those with the 12mm socket, and then I'll come back and then we'll see if we can get this thing taken off. All right, guys, so I took off this first one here. I took off the second one right there. Get you some really good angles. And then I took off my third one, which is way back there in the corner. Now this fourth one back here in this corner, you'll notice that this wiring harness is a little bit in the way. All right, so instead of loosening this whole bracket, what I was able to do was push a screwdriver in here and lift it up. And what that did was just remove the whole thing off of this bracket. So when I'm ready to put it back on, it's really tight, but I can slide it right back on there. All right, so let me see if I can get my tool back there after I move this. There should be, yes, there's a whole lot more room now. You can kind of just place it a little bit further out, and you should have room right in between there, straight down. It might be a no-see type job, but we'll still get it done. So I got that bolt out from the back, and I was able to get it right out. Now what I want to point out is that the rear two bolts that hold down the intake manifold, there are 2 bolts, and then the ones that are in the front, there are 2 nuts in the front. Obviously, we're meant, just kidding. So next, I'm just going over lastly just to make sure that there's not much else that I need to take other than what I believe are going to be this 10mm and this 10mm. But this one right here definitely is going to have to come off because the intake manifold's here and you don't want any wire. So this wire too is going to have to come off right there. This one right here, and then again twist and remove that one. So now all the electrical is pretty much removed from the intake manifold. This one here can stay, even though it's just on the little bung. I'll keep it there so that way I remember to put it back into place. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just move it out of the way entirely. That way it won't bother me. Same thing with this one. So now let's give it a quick pry just to see. And it's not budging at all. But I do notice that this one's gonna have to come out, but this one right here, I'm gonna have to go grab some type of pliers or something to get this one off, because it seems like it's really tight. It's like extremely tight. But it seems like it's not budging, as if there could be another something on it that's holding it down. So let me take another look. Actually, guys, these are actually screws too, so there's probably 3 on each side. Bam. Actually, is that another one? So there's 4 on each side. So I took out one in the very far back. Wow, is there another one right here, guys? Is that one? I think that's one too, actually, guys. All right, so we got a whole lot more screws to take out. And those are gonna be bolts in the back, and then the 2 nuts in the front. It look like the rest of them are bolts. Let's check this side. Yeah, guys, look, 1, 2, 3. So I got 3 more on each side, guys, but at least we're getting closer. And I'm gonna go ahead and bust these off real quick because these only take 10mm. I just wanna get them done and out of the way, so that way when I go to lift it, I won't forget anything. All right, let's get it done. All right, just had a customer pull up, but look, guys, we got some movement. So wait until I deal with my customer and we'll come back to this and finish this up. All right, so I'm gonna try to get this video from the side so you guys can see. I'm removing the intake manifold on this 2011 Toyota Tundra. Oh, I forgot one thing I had to do, which was remove this little thing. Man, that's off. But so is the bottom piece. That came off a little bit too easy, but thank God I didn't break anything. So let's lift this joint up. Make sure I got everything out the way. Everything look good back here, back here, back here. You know, hopefully this thing just pull up and let's see. It is kind of heavy. Ouch. There's got to be something more on the back. Let me double check that. All right, let's try this one more time. It's up. Something is definitely still holding this thing up. Whew. It don't this truck is tall as hell, too. That should be holding it. Something's definitely holding it, man. Something is definitely holding it. All right, so definitely gonna have to remove these up here. I didn't pay attention. Gonna have to move this one, and then you can't see, but this hose right here leads up and then goes into this one. So we're gonna need to take off that one. And honestly, I might not need to take off everything in the back of the motor as far as removing the whole intake manifold, because look guys, we got some clearance under here to kind of see what's going on. And look at that one right there. Look at that. So we're just gonna check all of them, but let's see if we can get this thing up a little bit more and get it a little bit better checked out. All right guys, so I got it up. I didn't have to necessarily take out the whole thing. I did notice that I'm having some little bit of a coolant buildup over there, as well as this is the main problem that I'm having. Look at those wires, completely exposed. And you guys that have a problem with your Tundra, if you have that check engine light comes on and the knock sensor, definitely it. Verify which one it is, but it looks like I'm gonna need a new harness. So I'm gonna have to cut and splice. Guys, that is not my specialty, but look, it's completely separated, guys. You know, I might be able to get away with just actually repairing just this side. It looks like they chewed, I gotta focus, they chewed right through there on the red side. So a little bit of a red, but this green wire went straight completely all the way through. I may be able to pop this one off and just run this wire directly into here. It looks like these contacts are still good, but I'm gonna confirm that here in a second, guys. Again, I'm not a wire guy, so this is not anything that I'd like to do, but guys, it doesn't matter. We're gonna get it done. We are going to get it done. All right, look at that, guys. Big oil leak over there on that side. Huge. And while I have these things up, I'm actually going to, I think I'm going to change out this whole gasket. Yeah, we're going to change out this whole gasket because this gasket's definitely looking like it's worn, and I think honestly that's where the oil is coming from. You can see how bad it's been leaking on the sides there, and look on this side. There's still oil residue, but just to let you know that oil most likely could be going through the manifold, maybe. Guys, I'm not exactly sure. Maybe that's just carbon buildup. I'm not sure. Drop a comment. You guys might be more technical than I am, I'm sure. But yeah, either way, guys, that's gonna be the bulk of our issue right there. That split wire, and this is the knock sensor, man, right here in the front. And that's right where the rats were eating this material, right here in the front, guys. Isn't that crazy? Crazy, man. Super crazy. So let's go ahead and get this thing all taken care of, get it all done, said and done, and get everything back together. All right, so I went out, I got I already showed you guys about this. I already got the intake manifold gaskets, which I'm gonna place those in there. But this is the knock sensor harness. So this replaces the whole harness. Now down in here, you can see all the way in the back, and sorry if it's tilted a little bit, but right here is the main harness, and this is where it connects. And it connects in a very tight spot right underneath here. Now I popped it out of the place, and I hold this side. Oops, sorry guys. It goes all the way underneath here. I'm sorry, man. This is a wire harness. It goes in between these two little cylinder type, I don't even know what they are, honestly. I don't need to know what they are right now, but that's where this sensor is. It's right in between, and it's right behind here. If I can push it back in there. It's like right there, pretty much. That's where it sits. Either way, that's it right there. You're gonna hold one side and pull it out. I'm gonna need two hands to do it. And then from there, literally just pinching and pulling all of these. And whether they break or not, it really doesn't matter because you have the whole new setup. So again, just pinch and pull these bad boys out of here. Bam, look at that. That one just came out from there. So I got that rear one unplugged right here. That's one. Got this one plugged on that side right there. I'm gonna unplug this one right here. Bam, and then this one right here. And guys, we should have, our overdrive should be working as well as everything else. And look guys, you see where this was all tore up and all? We don't have to worry about that anymore because the new wiring harness, I'm gonna show you right here again. This is the new wiring harness, and it takes care of everything as far as your knock sensors. Every last, put that there. Oh, that's not good. Try not to drop yours on the ground, guys. So here goes the 4 that come off of it. 1, 2, 3, 4. And of course you have your main one, which you can see here. This is where it slides into position and locks. And then the other plug comes from the top and plugs down onto here. Not the greatest if you're working on it, but guys, man, this is a very possible job. It only took me about 30 minutes to get here, about 2 hours to go drive around and find all my parts. But we're about to be done with this thing in no time. Already unplugged, like I said. I'm going to grab this one right here, unplug it, and then I'm Gucci. I don't know if you saw that right here. Again, I'm gonna unplug this one right here, pry up on these bad boys, which I got a tool to pry up on these little lock points on here that lock the harness down. And then I'm going to vacuum out all this crap that's in here. All this crap that's down in here, which I'm touching bird poop too, or rat poop. But we're gonna vacuum all that out. We're gonna wipe all of these off, get it nice and clean, and then we should be good to go, guys. I will check back in here in just a second. Now, this is the old wiring harness, guys. Took it out, and to be honest with you guys, like I said, I could have re-spliced this wire right here, but guys, look how bad it was. I mean, it completely separated from the other piece. So instead of doing that again, that's the reason why you just go ahead and replace the whole thing. And if you didn't watch the other part of the video, the original ones have some type of peanut grease from factory, which of course that's the reason why the rats harbor their little nest in the middle of your engine, which is perfect for them to just stay snuggled and warmed up, and it's just so dandy. Guys, just like that, I was able to hop in the car, I hooked up my scanner, I erased the codes, all the codes went away. So if you got a knock sensor, obviously guys, when you pop that engine cover off and once you pop that intake manifold up, you're going to be able to see all the wires that go directly to each and every knock sensor, which you have 4 of, and this will guaranteed help you take care of the issue, guys. I'm going to show you yourself so that way you can see, and I'm not playing around. Check this out, guys. No codes whatsoever, man. Just the way that I like. And look at that, man. Before, I would put it into park like this, and I would just reverse it, and that code would instantly pop back up. The traction control light would pop back up, everything. So now, guys, we are good to go, man. I'm excited, man. Guys, for not making a YouTube video in a very long time, please, man, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I will bring more informative videos, more what's the word? More often. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, man. Thank you. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. All right, guys. So I'm finished with the 2011 Toyota Tundra. It's a crew cab. It has just over 160K. It runs flawless. Has a brand new AC compressor. New parts behind the dashboard. New parts underneath the hood. The truck, I should say, runs phenomenal. Guys, if you are interested, hit me up, 321-421-7496. It does have the 6-foot bed, tow package, and it even has the power rear window, man. If you're interested, 2K down, man. 321-421-7496. Or, of course, come by and come see me at Rolling Motors, man.